Hello and welcome. My name is David Morelli, and on this blog we're going to be exploring maximizing your productivity and performance within the corporate atmosphere. And whether you're a CEO or an executive level, or that you work at any level within a corporation, these tips and tools are going to help you be not only maximally productive, but also to be able to perform the way that you want to be performing. So in this particular episode or segment of this blog, we're going to be exploring how to structure your time so that you get the most productivity possible. Oftentimes people go into their day a little bit blind. They go into a day and instead of formulating a plan at the beginning of the day, they walk in saying, okay, I'm just going to kind of start with whatever it is that I left off with yesterday. And from that mind frame or mindset, distractions come in, and it seems like you tend to handle the fires of the day, but you don't quite get to what's most important in that day. So at the end of the day, you say, well, what the heck did I do today? I was busy, but was I productive? And those two things are very different. So I'm going to suggest within this video a routine that you can use to maximize your productive hours in the day, as well as to be able to minimize distractions so that you get the most possible from the hours that you invest. So let's start off with a little bit of neuroscience. The brain literally processes 400 billion bits of information every single second. It sifts and sorts that information and only makes you aware of 2,000 bits of information a second. You might say, that's boring and why do I care? Well, here's the thing. Your brain is always sifting and sorting, but is it sifting and sorting according to your most important priorities, or is it sifting and sorting based on a randomness that you've created? You might say, well, of course it's sifting and sorting on the things that are most important. Well, here's a routine to make sure that that's happening. When you first come in the morning, you might come in a couple minutes early, maybe 10 to 15 minutes early, and sit down and look through exactly what you want to accomplish that day. And if you have a larger set of goals, review those larger goals in the context of what you're doing that day. So that naturally your brain, which sifts and sorts already, is sifting and sorting according to what's most important to you and what's most important to the organization that you're working for. So that you go into the day already realizing where it is that you want to head, so that you maintain staying on track rather than skidding all over the place, so to speak, in being pulled in this direction or that direction. So it'll help you not only consciously plan, but it will also help you prioritize, oh, that distraction actually isn't as important as what it is that I'm working on. But you won't realize that until you set your priorities and set it up each morning, is my suggestion. Then you go throughout your day. If possible, block off time that is your productivity time, where it might be up to 90 minutes of clear, focused time without interruptions and without distractions. There's something that we'll go into in a subsequent video called mental transition cost. It's the cost that actually, when the distraction comes in, it's the cost of time that it takes you to mentally get back into the mode where you were when you got distracted. That can sometimes be anywhere from 15 minutes up to an hour, depending on what your role is. So, blocking off time, minimizing distractions, and batching those distractions into a small segment where you might handle lots of things, maybe it's a bunch of emails, you batch them together so that you're not constantly pulled and distracted throughout the day, which prevents you from going into deep focus and deep productivity. So, batching tasks together, maximizing the flow throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, what you'll do is write down where it is that you left off, and as you're looking at it by reviewing the current day, what is it that you need to come back to in order to be able to be most productive the next day. And a side benefit is, once you write down where you are at the end of the day, you don't have to take all that stuff, that mental junk, with you, hoping that you remember in the morning. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope that you comment down below if it is in fact helpful, and as you try it, what happens. So thanks for being here as a part of David Morelli Corporate Coaching, and thanks for doing the work that you do in the world. Oftentimes, our contributions are unsung and unrecognized. So make sure to recognize your own contributions, and the people around you will start to notice them more and more. Thanks for being here.